Hi, this is Majinani, and here's my review for the Hulk's World War Hulk issue number 24. This is the final chapter in this really, really long saga. There's going to be some spoiler reviews, spoilers and whatnot, so if you haven't read this, please come back. Now, I'm sure if you saw my video of the overview of the Fall of Hulks months ago, you can see I was very, very disappointed with the direction of this book, and I only picked this up because I was really curious to see how it was going to end. One thing I will say is that, you've seen this, the cover is actually kind of cool because it's that two-page ad that they've been plastering over, the books. What I can say is, while you do get some fights in here, to me, this was like a real letdown. Basically, you can imagine this. Imagine, you're watching like a really. Imagine this. Imagine you're watching a boxing match, and there's a lot of hype leading up to this boxing match between two awesome fighters. Or if you don't watch boxing, maybe it's MMA. And what happens is at the very end, it's over in a round. And it's over by what you consider not even a knockout punch. And that's what happens. That's the way I felt. Very disappointing. So, let's see what I was disappointed about. Okay, first off, you have Red Hulk. He's pretty much taken over the United States, promising to make things better. But Green Hulk shows up. Now, I thought this was actually a nice touch in that you had the red text boxes and the green text boxes, so you can tell who's thinking what. I thought the art was good. It really showed a lot of strength, a lot of power, with these two characters. But I thought that there wasn't enough smashing. There were some standout pages, though, which were really impressive. And, pretty much it's just bang, bang, punch, punch, punch. Hulk's just clobbering him. Red She-Hulk comes up and is like, hey, don't do that. Screw, stop. And then that's when She-Hulk goes, I am the, you're all copies, I'm the sensational She-Hulk. Now, while I thought that this page here showed a lot of power behind the punch, realistically speaking, this doesn't happen like that. Clearly, they're out of position. Clearly, it just doesn't, a punch like that just doesn't happen. And to me, it's very distracting because I read a lot of manga, and if you watch Hajime no Ippo, if you've ever read Hajime no Ippo and you see the type of punches, the punishment that they take, it just looks stupid this year compared to some of the other stuff that I've seen. Looks like basically somebody just tried to draw a nice impact page without really thinking clearly, positioning where is everybody, how would they actually, where would they be in place, but let's just draw something that looks cool. So if you're easily impressed, you probably loved it. Let's see, next up you watch them fight some more, and then you see Wizard and those guys. Basically, they're at the treasury and they're stealing the money. Conveniently, the battle lands in their building where they're at. They're fighting some more. I thought this two-page spread was awesome. It shows lots of power, lots of impact. This was a very cool picture, and if I had the money, I'd love to buy this page. So you have Red Hulk going, look at me, I am the king of the world. And the Hulk's like, Ben, is that the best you can do? So, granted, you're showing Hulk is back. And this is what I'm saying, this was the KO punch. He just claps his hands together and the force of the power sends Red Hulk flying. Now, I understand it's the shockwave, it's all this other nonsense, but let's look at this more carefully, shall we? Wow. Meh. Wow. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like it just fell. So he goes flying to the Lincoln Memorial, and he's pretty much beaten. I'm like, let me get this straight. He took how much punishment? And he's even saying, I beat Thor, I knocked the Watcher unconscious, and that's what beat him? Please. So, Bruce basically has like a camp to hold Red Hulk, and inside this camp, basically, they're all robots. And he invites Steve Rogers in, and basically, he's like, well, what, Steve, you're going to need this guy. He's a patriot. He'll do anything for his country. You need him on your team. Steve's like, you're giving me a bunch of BS. I'm not taking him until you tell me why. And he's like, well, it's all about Betty. It's always been about Betty. So they open the door, and yeah, they're trying to make it like, oh gee, I wonder who could be behind this door. Well, it's Red Hulk, and basically Steve Rogers is going to recruit the Red Hulk into the Secret Avengers. So overall, I thought that I realized there's a huge chunk of this I missed. I'm glad I missed it, because this really didn't say anything to me that made me want to buy the trades or anything like that. I think that the fight should have been longer. I really would have liked to seen this a double or triple-sized issue with more battling, more fighting between the two. These are two, cosmic power in terms of strength level characters, and it's over in just a few pages, and it's over because the Hulk did his clap. So I'm very disappointed in that. I do like the fact Banner has his intelligence again, so now we're going to get intelligent Hulk rather than Hulk smash, point me in a direction type thing. Also, I think another thing that kind of they forgot about is what happened with the battle between Red Hulk and well, I take that back. They say that the Hulk tells She-Hulk, to stop beating up Red She-Hulk, but we don't know what happened to Red She-Hulk. I guess we'll have to, see what happened later. Personally, I think there's too many Hulks, and there should only be one. It should just be Bruce. The rest is just nonsense. Well, I take that back. She-Hulk's okay, but we don't need duplicates of them and Child Hulk and all those other people. So overall, I don't think this really delivered any bang. Good. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them on the side. Let me know, what did you guys think? Do you guys think that this really delivered, or do you think that it was missing something? Subscribe to the channel, rate the video. I'll have more reviews up, so until next time.